he was making an extra $10,000. 10 bands, as the kids like to say. They're making an extra $10,000 just doing what he was already going to do, regardless if people watched him or not. How easy would it be for you to do something that you're already good at, something that you already do well, put a camera on it, and charge people to watch you do it?
We getting money, money, money. When Jameer sharing gems with her getting money, money, money. Getting a line, growing money and time. Getting money, money, money. It's your life, trying to give more life. Getting money, money.
What's up, money getters? I am so excited for today's episode. You guys are going to love this. Today, on today's show, we are talking about 5 passive income streams that you can add to your business this week that can generate you up to an additional $5,000 this month if you implement them right away. So I cannot wait to tell you all about these. You're going to want to make sure that you stay tuned for number 4. Number 4 is my absolute favorite one. And the 4th tip is the one that I implemented and has generated me up to an extra $30,000 a month in passive income. Like, hello. So you're going to want to make sure that you stay tuned for number 4. But first, let's get into number 1. The first passive income stream that you can implement into your business this week is subscriptions. So this is really, really good if you're a product-based business. I have something for you service-based businesses out there in just a minute. But if you are a product-based business, this subscription is that deal. Let me tell you how subscriptions work. So subscriptions work if you have a product and your customer or your client wants to subscribe to that product on a regular interval. So what I mean by that is, let's say they want to get the product every month or every 3 months or every 2 weeks or whatever it is that you've set up. You get to determine the frequency and you get to determine the price. Usually subscriptions work like this. So let's say you have a skincare product. You could sell that skincare product for, let's say, $30. Okay, follow me here. If you have a subscription set up, you will sell that product for $30 to people who want to buy it just one time. But then if someone wants to buy it on a subscription, you have the option of offering them a slight discount in exchange for being able to charge their card on a regular interval. So that is generally called the frequency. So when you're setting up your subscription through your website, you can set this up through Shopify, Squarespace, any sort of e-commerce platform that you have. You would set up the frequency and the price. So let's say, again, in this example, your skincare mask, so your facial mask, right? That product you sell for $30. You're then going to possibly offer, let's say, a 10% discount if the person that is buying it decides to sign up for a subscription. So now they're going to get $3 off because 10% of 30 is 3. So they're going to get $3 off. They're going to be so excited because they got offered a discount in exchange for signing up for a subscription. Well, they then can set it up to receive that product every, let's say, month, because in general, a facial mask is probably going to last about a month. If your product is larger, it might last 2 months. So you'll set up on the back end, I want this product to be offered every 1 month and every 2 months. You don't want to set up too many frequencies too far out, because the whole purpose of a replenishable product, like a facial mask, for example, that product is then delivered to the customer on a regular basis. This is amazing for the customer. This is a win-win for you and for the customer. Let me tell you why. Because the customer is never going to forget to purchase her or his facial mask, again, in this example. Subscriptions are best used for people who sell things like replenishable items. So things that get used up and need to be replaced. So again, deodorant, diapers, nail polish, things like that. And it doesn't have to be personal care. It can be anything that is used and then replaced. So if you are a chef and you make seasonings, you might want to implement a subscription option. If you are a dermatologist and you have your own line of products, if you are a nail tech and you have your own line of nail polish, even if you make soap sponges that people use in their kitchen to clean their dishes, that product is going to get used up after so long and people are going to need to replace it. So all these are great for subscriptions. You can also have a subscription for someone who has something like jewelry. Those are generally more like memberships, and we're going to get into memberships in just a minute. But subscriptions are great for folks who have replenishable products. So personally, for my company, we implemented subscriptions years and years and years ago. And honey, it was a whole saving grace for us when COVID happened. Because when COVID happened, people still needed to buy their products. So there were so many of our competitors who did not have subscriptions in place. And we all know COVID was real tough for a lot of companies. For us, COVID ended up being something really, really great in terms of money generated. And I will tell you why. So I'm gonna tell you a little story. So back when COVID was happening, every store was closed. You remember, you couldn't go to your favorite beauty supply store and get your hair products. You couldn't go to your favorite hair salon and get your hair done. Everybody was quarantined. Everyone had to be in the house. Any wholesale orders that we had coming in were done because stores were not ordering. They did not know what was gonna happen next. They even implemented a clause in the contracts with the brands that they carry that basically allowed for acts of God to keep them from having to pay money that they owed to those of us who had brands in their stores, right? Because they weren't sure where their money was coming from. If COVID was going to happen for the next 10 years, next 10 months, next 10 days, nobody knew. So because my company had a subscription service in place on our website, customers were flooding to our website to purchase those products in droves. People who already had subscriptions were increasing the frequency of their subscriptions. So people who had subscriptions that were every 60 days or every 2 months, they were now changing those over to be every 4 weeks or every month. And so subscriptions can be great because it helps you to really budget when it comes to expenses, and it really helps you to forecast when it comes to your next month's revenue. So you generally are going to know how much money you're going to be making on any given month just from subscriptions. It's really, really hard as a business to know how much you're going to be making from one-time sales because you just don't know how your marketing is going to hit. But if you have those subscriptions in place, you know, okay, I'm set. I have $8,000 coming in just from subscriptions, or I have an extra $25,000 just from subscriptions, or I have an extra $2,000 just for subscriptions. Whatever the dollar is, you know that's guaranteed money that's going to come in. Of course, you're going to have things like churn, which churn is basically how many people drop off. That includes cars declining, that includes people who cancel their subscriptions and that sort of thing. But generally, you're going to know how much you're going to be making, and that's why I love subscriptions. Setting up a subscription is so easy. All you need to do is go to your website's hosting platform. That's either going to be a Shopify or Squarespace, maybe Wix, whatever site you're hosting your website on, they're going to generally have a subscription option. Now, they may not have it natively, which means that it may not be built into their platform. You may have to purchase an app that is connected to their platform. They'll generally have an app store within their system that will allow you to plug in easily and implement that subscription tool into your website. All you gotta do is go find that, plug it in, enter the information I mentioned, follow the rest of the prompts, and you're in there. The second income stream that you can implement this week is a course. Now, courses take a little bit longer to implement only because there's more work up front. But honey, once you implement the course and you create it, you sell it forever and you don't have to do anything else. Like literally nothing else. The sales are done for you. This is going to work really, really well for anyone, whether you own a product-based business or a service-based business. So let's say you're an attorney and let's say you specialize in trademarks. You'll likely have clients who come to you and want you to do the trademark for them. But what about clients who want to do their own trademark? They don't want to pay an attorney, but they will be willing to buy a course from an attorney to teach them how to do their own trademark. Well, who better to create that course than you? You can create this course easily. You can host it on a site like Kajabi, Udemy, Teachable, or any other course hosting platform. You create the course. You can simply film it with your phone. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to go to a studio. You don't need to pay some company the $15,000 to film for you. You can do this in the comfort of your own home or in your own office, and then you put it on the hosting platform and you sell it and you're done. At that point, all you're doing is marketing it. If you have an email list, if you have a client list, if you have a customer list, if you have a Facebook group, if you have an Instagram page, if you have a TikTok, if you have any way of contacting people who are already interested in what you do and what you talk about, you can market it there. Oh my goodness, listen to me. A course is the best thing. Oh my goodness, it's because you're already talking about things that you already know about. You don't have to go research a whole lot of stuff. You don't have to go figure things out. You already know the stuff. You're an expert at it. And one thing about being an expert, I want to remind you and I want to encourage you. Can I do that real quick? A lot of times people think that they can't create a course because they're not an expert, because they don't have a degree in a certain topic, because they don't have 25 years of experience in a certain area. Listen to me. All you need is to be 10% better or more knowledgeable than other people on this particular topic, which is the vast majority of the world. If you are an attorney, again in this example, and you're a trademark attorney, you're already well more than 10% more knowledgeable about trademarking than the rest of the world. Simple. Let's say you're a chef and you specialize in cooking vegan food for babies. I'm just making something up here, okay? Don't y'all come for me in the comments telling me that vegan food is not safe for babies. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just making this up, okay? So let's say this is your niche, okay? You create a course around how moms who are vegan can make healthy, delicious food for their babies who they also want to be vegan. Like, that is a prime niche. And the thing is, remember this, y'all, the riches are in the niches. So the further down you can niche, that's a very, very specific niche I just mentioned. Literally, vegan food for moms who are vegan who want to feed their vegan babies. That's very, very specific, okay? The more specific you can get, the more you can charge for your course, because no one else is teaching that stuff. If I'm a mom and I'm vegan, which I am a mom, but I'm not vegan, by the way. But if I were a vegan mom and I wanted to feed my baby vegan food, there's very little information about that on the web. So I'm willing to pay a premium for somebody who can teach me how to do that, because maybe I don't know how to do that. Think about all the things that you're good at. Think about all the things that you do in your business already that you already teach about. If you are a product-based business, this is really good for you as well. Personally, in my business, which is a hair care business, I've taught a course for the past 3 years, and that course has generated me over $1 million by itself. Just the course, okay? So I'm telling you, I've been teaching people how to grow their hair, how to get their curls popping, how to combat dryness, how to ensure that their hair is thriving and beautiful, and that when they look in the mirror, they see something that they love every single day, okay? That is what my course is. You can create your own course. It doesn't matter if you're a product-based business. It doesn't matter if you're a service-based business. Courses are great for everybody. Again, remember, the riches are in the niches, so try to niche down on this, because the more you can niche down, the more you can charge. I've seen courses for as little as $100. I've seen courses for as much as $2,000 per person. Honey, a $2,000 course? Look, all you gotta do is sell 5 of them. You would've made $10,000. That's easy. Easy peasy. I even saw a course for a woman that taught people how to get their babies to sleep. Do you know how valuable that information is to somebody who has a new baby and doesn't know how to get him or her to go to sleep at night? If you have kids, you already know, like, you're sleep deprived. You will do anything to get this baby to go to sleep. And if this woman is able to teach you how to do it within 7 days, that was her course. It was how to teach your baby to sleep through the night within 7 days. If you've been struggling for 4 months, you are willing to pay $1,000. That's how much her course was. You're willing to pay $1,000 to learn how to get that baby to sleep because you ain't slept in 4 months, right? So think about the pain that somebody has, the struggle that they're dealing with, and how you can resolve that struggle with your course. And again, the more pain the person has, the more struggle they have, the more you niche down, the more they are willing to pay for your course. And if you're still on the fence about creating a course and you're still not really sure because you're like, I don't know if I like to get in front of the camera, I don't really know what to talk about, I don't know how long to make my segments, I don't know what to do, I love the Digital Course Academy that Amy Porterfield has. So just go head over to Amy Porterfield's website. I'll put her information in the link below, and she has a Digital Course Academy that teaches you all the things you need to know to make your own course. So we still have number 4 coming up, which is my favorite one. It is the one that allowed me to add an additional $30,000 to my monthly income passively. I did not have to do anything extra for this. So I cannot wait to tell you about that. But first, we're gonna get to number 3. But before that, so if this information is valuable to you, I want you to make sure that you hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons and hit that bell for notifications so you can make sure that you get this sort of information all the time. Because who doesn't want to earn extra money passively while they're sleeping? Come on now. Number 3 on the list is wholesale partnerships. So this one is for my product-based people out there. So a lot of times when we think of wholesale, we think of things like huge stores like Target, Walmart, Macy's, Sephora, Whole Foods. And yes, those are definitely wholesale partnerships that you can get. However, today we're talking about things that you can implement this week that can get you to the bag this month, okay? So these sorts of big box stores are great, and you should definitely pursue them if that's what you want to do. However, they take a lot of time. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of different people. They're huge behemoth-sized companies, and they require a lot of work, lots of paperwork. You got to fly in to their headquarters, have meetings with the decision makers, all that kind of stuff. That's a lot of work. And yes, again, you should pursue it if that's your jam. As far as getting to the money this month, don't shy away from small independently owned stores. And I have the plug for you on how to do that easily. So you might be thinking, okay, well, Gwen, how am I supposed to get into all these independently owned stores? Like, do I have to go to each individual store one by one, knocking on doors, presenting to the owner or the buyer? Like, that's a lot of work. I don't got time for that. Don't worry, because I have the plug for you. A single website that you need to go to that they will come to you. You don't have to go seeking them out. And that website is Faire.com. Faire.com is such a lifesaver and a time saver for those of us who make products. People who make products want to get the products into stores because of course you want to sell on your website, but it's always great to sell in stores also because the people who are buying in stores are buying in bulk. So you're not selling one shampoo or one nail polish or one pair of shoes or one t-shirt or one bundle of hair or one plant or one microphone or whatever it is that you sell, right? Or one wrench. You're selling a case of 12 wrenches. You're selling a case of 12 mics. You're maybe selling a case of 24 nail polishes. You're selling a case of 50 pairs of shoes at once. Whatever the case is, you're selling in bulk to these people. So you're actually making more money even though they're going to be paying a lesser price. So this is what I mean by that. Generally, this is a very general statement. Whenever you sell wholesale, they are going to be buying in general at about 50% of what you sell to retail for because they're going to be selling for your same retail price. Let's say you're a table maker and you make these beautiful artisan style tables that are just beautifully crafted, handmade, and they're just one of a kind, right? And let's say you get a wholesale contract with a store that specializes in this type of higher end furniture, right? Well, you sell to that store. That store is very likely going to pay you 50% of whatever you sell that table for on your website because they then have to sell it for the same price that you sell it. Maybe a little bit less, maybe slightly more. You guys would negotiate what that price is. Let's say you sell that table on your website for $2,000. They are then going to buy that table from you, very generally speaking, for about $1,000. And then they're going to sell it for $2,000. If you sell on your website, you're going to make $2,000. When they sell it, they're actually going to make $1,000 net. Following me? So let's say this same store buys from you in bulk. Let's say you sell them 12 tables. So you're going to continue to sell your one-off orders on your website for $2,000, as you always have, because that's a whole income stream by itself, right? But now this store that you're selling to, they're going to buy 12 tables from you. They're going to pay you $1,000 per table. So they're buying 12 at a time. So you're actually going to make $12,000 from this one store, from this one account. Come on, you get into the bag. You get into the bag. I'm so excited for you. This isn't even a real company. I'm just making this up and I'm excited, okay? So you're gonna sell this for $12,000 to this store. Meanwhile, you're still selling on your website for $2,000. So, I mean, come on, it's like a no-brainer. So stores like the one that I just used in this hypothetical example, as well as other types of stores as well, grocery stores, independently owned beauty stores, furniture stores, stores that specialize in just cheese, like all sorts of stuff is on Faire.com. You have to go sign up for Faire.com. It is absolutely free for you to sign up. And the really great thing about Faire now is that you can plug Faire's website into your own website. So no matter who comes to you, you have a built-in wholesale program. Everything that you need to sell wholesale can be plugged right into your website. You can create a wholesale page right on your website. So literally, here's what you do. So on your website, you can create a new page, right? Anybody who has a website should be able to create a brand new page on their website. You can create a link that's in your navigation bar that says wholesale, right? Make a link that says wholesale, go over to Faire, create your Faire.com account. They will give you a code to implement all the information that you put in on Faire onto your own website. So when someone who is interested in buying from you goes to your website, because maybe they haven't heard of Faire, maybe they're not signed up for Faire themselves, they go to your website, they click wholesale, they're like, oh, I'm really interested in selling this person's products. They click on wholesale on your website, it immediately shows them what you have on Faire's website, and it allows them to place an order that then pushes over to Faire and you get paid through Faire. It's like, you can do this today. Like, go do this right now because this takes no time. The stores are going to come to you looking for your product to sell on their website or in their store. Go set up your Faire account today. It's going to take you like 20 minutes. You put everything in and you're done and the orders is going to come to you. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so we are now at number four, which is my favorite one on this list. Now, I love all of these that are on this list, and let me tell you, I implement every single one of them. So this is not just something that I looked up. This is something that I do myself with my own company, okay? But number 4, It has allowed me to add up to an extra $30,000 a month passively in my sleep, while I'm chilling on the couch, while I'm out hanging out with my son, while I am on vacation in the Maldives, while I'm literally sitting on the toilet. I am making an extra $30,000 a month just from this one. Okay, so let's get into it. Number 4 is memberships. I love memberships. Can you tell I love memberships? I love memberships. Memberships are great for product-based businesses and service-based businesses. If you sell jewelry, if you sell legal services, if you're a company that sets up people's Christmas lights on their house at Christmas time, if you're someone who sells stationery, if you sell clothing, if you sell handyman services or handywoman services, it doesn't matter what you sell. You can create a membership. And memberships are amazing. They're amazing because you're providing the service you will already provide, and they're paying you a monthly fee, whether they use your service or not. So it's like Netflix. It's like Hulu. Those are memberships. Those are memberships. You basically pay a service. You pay a fee every month. Whether you watch Netflix a day that month or not, Netflix is still gonna charge you. Whether you watch Hulu for 70 hours that month or 7 minutes, they're gonna charge you the same price regardless. Even if you watch it for 0 minutes, they're still going to charge you. Whether you use it or not, they're still going to charge you because you're on a membership. And of course you can cancel at any time. Of course there's no strings attached, right? Just like your membership should be. But you get guaranteed income from a membership, whether they use your service or not. Oh, it is the best of the best of the best of the best. I don't know what else could be better, because if you have a membership that you offer, it's likely going to be something that you enjoy. It's not going to be something that's going to stress you out too much. It's not going to be something that's going to require a lot of brain power on your part. It's going to be things that you're already interested in because you created a membership around it. I remember seeing a gentleman who had a membership that taught people how to day trade. This day trading guy has a $100 a month membership. When I saw it, he had 100 members in there. How much was he making a month from doing what he was already gonna do anyway? He was making an extra $10,000, 10 bands, as the kids like to say. They're making an extra $10,000 just doing what he was already going to do, regardless if people watched him or not. How easy would it be for you to do something that you're already good at, something that you already do well, put a camera on it, and charge people to watch you do it? Come on, if you're a chef, you can implement this right now. If you're a jewelry maker and you want to have a membership to teach other people how to make jewelry, turn the camera on and have them watch you make jewelry. Tell them what you're doing, walk through it. That's a membership. Now, there's other types of memberships. So I have a membership. It is not people watching me do what I do. I'm not actually teaching them how to make hair care products. Instead, my membership is a women's empowerment group. And so in this group, we teach women how to live their best life while having fun and building community. And so in my membership, we have a life coach that comes in every other week. We also have master classes on the opposing weeks. We take them on an annual retreat. So far, we've gone to Morocco, we've gone to Kenya, we've gone to Zanzibar, we've gone to Mexico, we've gone to St. Martin, we've gone all over the world with these women. And so my membership is a little bit different than the ones I mentioned. The ones I mentioned earlier are memberships for people who are teaching something and they can literally just turn the camera on and have people watch what they do while they talk through it and teach others so that they can also, so that other people can get to the money as well. My membership is about empowering others. It's a really more of a community-based membership. So there's another community-based membership that I recently saw called My Leak and Mamas. So My Leak Teal is a serial entrepreneur. She created a membership group because she was a new mother and she was looking for community for people who are like her, who are also African-American mothers who wanted community around them. She was already looking for this. It didn't exist, or at least not to her liking, and she created a membership around it to build that community that she wanted. As for me, someone once asked me, if you could do anything and money, time, and energy were no option, what would you do with your time? What would you do with your life? And I said, I would travel all the time and I would do a ton of personal development all the time. And so that is what my membership does. My membership is based on personal development and travel, things I'm already interested in. And it just so happens there's a whole lot of other women who's also interested in the same thing. Just like My Leaks membership, there's a whole lot of other African-American moms who are looking for community just like she was. There's a whole lot of other people looking to learn how to day trade, just like that guy that I mentioned learned how to day trade and did it on his own. So you too can do the same. Let's say you're a handyman or a handywoman and you create a membership where, let's say, clients can get one service from you per month for $25. So it's a $25 a month membership. They get one service per month, and any additional service is a discounted rate. So let's say your normal rate is $50. This is a very hypothetical situation. I don't know what the going rate of handyman work is, okay? Handywoman work, so but I'm just using this as an example. So let's say your normal hourly rate is $50. Well, they can get one service for free with that $25 a month membership. Let's say you have 100 people who sign up for your $25 a month membership. You're very likely not going to have 100 people who need to use that service every single month. More than likely, you're going to have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 people who need to use that service. Most people don't need handiwork every single month. Follow me? So let's do the math. You have a $25 a month membership. You've got 100 people who have signed up for that membership. That's an extra $2,500 a month, and you didn't have to lift a finger. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything but sit on your behind as you should and earn an extra $2,500. Now, you're going to probably have a few people who need the service. Let's say you have 5 people on average per month who are on the membership who also use your services. Okay, so you may be saying, well, that would normally be a $50 house call. Okay, well, 5 times 50 is $250. So you would have normally made $250 if those were just one-off clients and you didn't have a membership. So $250 you would have earned that month. But if you have 100 clients paying you $25 a month, you made $2,500. You literally made 10 times more by having a membership. So yes, you take a little bit of a loss on the normal rate because as a member, you're getting a discount in this example, but because you're selling in volume for the membership, the memberships are more than making up the difference that you are quote unquote losing, that you're not really losing, but that you're quote unquote losing because you sold your memberships to so many people at $25. They are more than making up for that loss. You earn 10 times more just by having a membership. I'm telling you, you can have a membership for anything. In this example that I just gave you is very similar to, let's say, a gym. There are so many people who have gym memberships. You probably one of them. I was one. I canceled mine because I don't use mine. I work out at home. But there are so many people who have gym memberships. Did you know that at any given gym, there are more people that have memberships than they can actually fit into the gym? Did you know that? So they are expecting people to not show up. They are just selling these memberships because they like, hey, come in, give us your money. And if you use the gym, it's available to you. We want you to come, but if you don't come, that's okay too. And if you skip 2, 3, 4, 5 months, it's okay as well because the gym is going to be here for you, but we still going to charge you whether you come or not. Okay. So for you service-based providers out there, these sorts of memberships are ideal. In my earlier example, I used an attorney who specializes in trademarks. So let's say you have a membership for people who need legal services that are surrounding their trademark issues. And let's say you charge $200 a month for that. Well, let's say you have 200 clients. That's $40,000 extra that you made from doing nothing. Girl, sir, if you don't go get yourself a membership, I don't know what to tell you. You're not trying to get to the money. Like, create a membership, please. Create a membership. Because here's the thing, it's not just about making the money. It's not just about getting a bunch of people to sign up. It's about providing them with value, right? The thing is, to reduce churn, you have to provide value. And remember, churn is the amount of people that leave the membership for any given reason every month. That could mean that their card declined for insufficient funds. That could mean that their card expired because it's outdated. It could mean that they just don't like the membership and that they just want to cancel. It could be because they're not using the services and they just don't want it anymore. Any kind of reason, for any reason, if someone is no longer in the membership as a paid member, that means that they have churned, okay? We want to prevent churn as much as possible, because it's always easier to sell more to a current client or customer than it is to try and get a new person to sign up for your membership, right? So you want to prevent churn as much as possible, which means that the one thing about memberships is that the value you provide must be more than the cost of the membership in order for people to stay a member. If you don't want people to leave, let me reiterate, you must provide more value than the cost of the membership. So if your membership is worth $100, as in the case of the gentleman that had the day trading service, the day trading membership, he is teaching people how to get more money. The people who are signed up for his membership are expecting to make more than $100, which is the cost of their membership. So if they pay $100 a month, they're expecting he's going to teach them how to day trade so that they can make thousands, tens of thousands per month. So that $100 is nothing in relation to how much they have the potential to earn. I want you to get this done this week. If you're going to get this done this week, do me a favor and comment below what your membership could be. What you think that you're really good at that you could create a membership around, and let me know. Also, drop the link to your website if you have a business. I would love to know what your business is and what type of membership you're going to have. Now, if you're like me, your membership may not be exactly what your business is. So my main business is a hair care product line. My membership is a women's empowerment group. Now, most of the members in the women's empowerment group are customers of the hair care business. So they came from the hair care business. However, we talk about something totally different in the membership. You don't have to be a customer of the hair care line in order to be a member of the membership. So again, you can have a business that is aligned directly with your membership, or it could be something totally different. It could be something that you really, really enjoy. Let's say you have a woodworking business where you make tables and chairs and all sorts of stuff out of artisan wood. And let's say your membership is for, let's say you really are a foodie and you love cheese. And so you somehow always find these like really great cheeses that are like from foreign countries, and you get them and you try them on different things and you hook them up with different sorts of wine. That's totally separate than your woodworking business, but they're two things that you both have interest in. So you can create a membership that's aligned directly or something that's completely separate. So let me know your website below, as well as what your membership could be. Now, I don't want anything to hold you back from creating your membership. You're going to need somewhere to host your membership. There are a number of sites that allow you to host memberships, allow you to charge automatically every single month, and allow you to collect your money and will pay you on a regular basis. You can host your membership on Patreon, school.com, Squarespace is another one, circle.so is another one as well. There's a lot of different places that you can host a membership. Those are just 4 of them. But don't let that part hold you back, because any of those will do what you need to get done, okay? Just create the membership, decide what you want to offer, put it up, and get it going. The other really great thing about memberships, you guys, is that memberships help to build a like, know, and trust factor. These are the 3 things that you have to build in order to create customer loyalty or client loyalty. I'm going to make a whole video on that. If you think that will be valuable for you to understand how to build the like, know, and trust factor in order to build customer loyalty, thereby allowing you to make more money from less people and having to keep your costs low because you don't have to advertise over and over and over to new people all the time. Let me know if that'd be valuable for you. I think it would be, but let me know below if that would be valuable. And if so, I'll make a whole separate episode just on that for you. Once you create a membership and people get to know you, they start to like you because you feel like someone that they know. They feel like they know you personally. You probably share a little bit of personal stuff with them. You don't have to get too personal if you don't want to, if you're uncomfortable with that. But a certain level of camaraderie is built when you host a membership and you're the leader of the membership. And then the know factor, they're going to feel like they know you. They're going to feel like they have a personal connection to you. When you can build up the like, know, and trust factors with any customer or client, they will buy anything from you because they know that you are the real deal Holyfield. They know you're not here for no play. You are here to provide them with value. You're here to help them level up their lives in whatever area it is that your membership serves. And if you then decide to add merch to your membership, they are gonna buy it without you having to advertise. You just gotta put it out. They're gonna buy it because they like, know, and trust you. They start to trust you because you show up regularly, you're consistent. They know that when you put your name on something, it's gonna be top notch. You're not about to put up no mess, right? You're gonna put out only things that are of value and things that are good for them. Which brings us to our last tip. Number 5 is merch and add-ons. So a lot of times when people think of merch, they think of things like t-shirts and hats and maybe pens, or pins that you button on your shirt, or pens that you would write with, or even maybe sweatpants with the name of the brand written down the side. And while all of that is merch and all of that is stuff that you can certainly sell, that's actually not what I'm talking about. What I want you to do is think a little bit deeper and smarter. What I'm talking about right now is add-ons to whatever you already provide. So let's give a couple of examples. Think about what you can offer in addition to what you already sell. So this is great for service providers and for product-based businesses. This is all about ease for the customer. So if they're already buying a product or service from you, it's easier for them to just go ahead and purchase the merch or the add-on that you have than to have to go to a third party and purchase from them. Let me give you some examples. Let's say you're a professional organizer and you go to people's homes or businesses and you help organize their space into functional space that they can use much better and more efficiently than they're doing on their own. So you go into their homes or their businesses and you start to organize. And let's say normally you show up with bins or crates to help organize these things, or you give them the option for them to buy those things themselves. You show up to their house or their business and you've got these crates. But what if you had your own line of organizing bins and crates that only you provide? So if the client decided that they wanted to provide their own crates and bins and things like that and organizing stuff, they can certainly do that. But if they want to buy it from you, they've got to buy your brand. So let's say you have the crates, the bins, and you have labels that are all branded for you, for your business. So let's do some math here. Let's say you charge someone $1,000 to go into their home or office and organize their space. And let's say in a month, you have 10 clients. Let's say you do this part-time. This is not necessarily a full-time thing. Let's say you have another 9 to 5 and you do this on the side on the weekends or what have you, and you have 10 clients in a month. If you do 10 clients in 1 month at $1,000 a piece, you have made $10,000 and you are sitting pretty nice for a part-time gig. But let's say that you said, hey, Mr. Business Owner, or hey, Mr. Stay-at-home Dad, or hey, Miss Boss Babe, I am going to come into your home and I'm going to organize your space for you. Now you're gonna need some bins and some crates to be able to organize these things. So I wanna offer you the option of purchasing them from me at, let's say $100. And let's say you provide like really, really nice, super high quality ones that look really, really good, way better than the ones in the stores, right? You can buy them from me and they also come with labels, or you can go and get your own somewhere else. Well, listen, if I'm already paying you $1,000 to come and organize my house, I might as well pay you an extra $100 to not have to go run around and find my own bins and crates because I don't even know how many I'm gonna need, right? What if you come into my house and I've purchased bins and crates and labels from somewhere else, and then we find out during the service that you're providing that it's not enough? And now we gotta go back to the store and spend all that time. It's just too much. I might as well buy them from you. If I'm already spending $1,000, what's another $100? I might as well buy them from you. So now, instead of a $1,000 sale to each client, now you've got an $1,100 sale to each client. And now you multiply that by 10 and you just made an extra $1,000 per month doing nothing extra except offering the option of making their life easier. So instead of $10,000 this month, you've actually made $11,000 because you sold 10 sets of your $100 bins and crates and labels, premium quality, high end, all that sort of stuff to them to keep them from having to go to Walmart, Target, Amazon to get them from there. And quite frankly, if I'm hiring a professional organizer, I probably don't have a lot of time. So I definitely don't want to have to go running all around the United States of America trying to find some bins and some crates that look halfway decent for my home. I'd rather you just provide them. So again, as you can see, this is a super passive way of making income. You go and get these things made. In this case, the bins and the crates for the organizing business. You get labels made. A lot of times you can get these things in bulk on Amazon and sell them individually, or you can go to Alibaba.com and you can buy them from there, have them made overseas and have them shipped over to the United States for you. Either option is a very viable option, but this is a way that you can make more money in your business super passively. You create this one option, this one add-on or merch option. They're branded to your brand and you're selling them along with whatever else that you already sell. So that's a really good example for a service provider. Let's talk about a product-based business. So let's go back to our example earlier for the company that has a skincare line. And let's say you have a $30 face mask that you sell. This is someone who has a product-based business, okay? So you're selling your $30 face mask to someone. So it's the mask that you put on your face to tighten your pores and make your skin smooth and all that sort of stuff, okay? Let's say when I go on your website and I go to purchase your face mask, I'm going to purchase it at $30. But it's easier for me to apply that mask to my face if I have one of those nice brushes, like those facial brushes that kind of smooth it on and make sure it's really even and all that stuff, right? So let's say you charge an extra $5. And you may say $5? I'm not gonna make no money selling stuff for $5. Oh, but hold up, sis. Hold up, sir. Let me tell you how this works. So you go and you sell this $5 facial brush along with the $30 face mask. So let's do the math, okay? Because I love me some math, right? Especially when it comes to money. Let's say you sold, 500 jars of your products at $30 a piece. You made $15,000. That's really, really good. Really good. 500 jars at $30 a piece is $15,000, okay? But let's say you sold an additional $5 to all those 500 people, okay? That means that you made an additional $2,500 from simply offering it as an add-on to something that they're going to need to use anyway. They're already buying the facial mask. They definitely need to be able to apply it smoothly, which you can do a lot easier with a brush than you can with your hand. So you sell this for a nominal cost of $5. What's $5 if you're already spending $30? You might as well buy the brush to go along with it, right? Okay, so it's going to seem like a nominal cost to them, which it is. You can actually go on Amazon, buy those brushes in bulk for like 14 cents a piece and sell them for $5. Girl, sir, that's like an over 90% margin. Hello, over 90% margin on a brush that you're gonna buy and sell, and now you made an extra $2,500 in a month selling that brush. So instead of $15,000 from that one product, you now made $17,500, $2,500 of which was an extra passive income that you didn't have to do nothing extra for. See how merchant add-ons is that deal? You need to go and find something that you can add on to what you already offer. Now, if you are a service provider, what I don't want you to do, because I want this to be a passive income stream for you, I don't want you to add on an additional service that you have to do something for, that you have to commit your time for, because this episode is all about passive income streams. So if you say, well, I'm a service provider, let's say you're a mechanic and you decide that you're gonna offer your services for whatever price that you offer them, and then you're gonna add on an additional, let's say, oil change for $60 or something, hypothetical, right? That's not a passive income stream because that's something you have to do. Let's say you're the only person doing this. That's some extra work you have to do. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't offer an additional oil change for $60. What I'm saying is that if you want it to be passive, it's gotta be something that doesn't require any extra time from you. It's maybe something you can create once or do one time or set it up one time and you're just selling it at that point. You don't have to do anything extra for it. So for the purposes of this content, what we're looking at is passive income streams. So if you are a service provider, what I want you to do is to think of add-on physical items that you can add on to your service that will be a benefit to your client or to your customer. If you're a product-based business, this might be a little bit easier to think of because you're already offering a product. And obviously, if you have an add-on, you can just add that on to your product that you're already going to be shipping out. I have a super special gift for you. I know that last year was so hard for a lot of businesses. So many businesses went under, so many folded, so many were like on life support, and you may or may not be in that boat. Even if you are, I want to let you know that I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you with any questions that you guys have. So whatever questions you have, please leave them in the comments below. I want to make sure that I'm answering them for you when I come back every single week. In addition to that, I thought, how else can I provide value to them? I really want to make sure that they have everything that they need to thrive this year. So I've created a business survival guide. It's 50 plus pages that I've put together. It took me months and months to work on, to put together to make sure that you have all of the information that you need to make sure that you thrive and that your business is set up for success this year. All you gotta do is click the link in the description below and I will make sure I go ahead and I send that to you. All right. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Later.